This is the overview of the course. No, this is the overview of the first 2 days, right? So I will talk about this during the day and tomorrow morning, and maybe you cannot read it all, but every time I will show you. So, let me start by the first part, and always the thing I'm talking about I will highlight. So, we are now going to start on the structure of the course, because this is a very complicated course, a complicated structure as well. So, each set of 2 weeks, so now the set of 2 weeks starts, and 2 weeks from now, on a Monday, we have the next set. There will be lectures in the first week on Monday and Tuesday, and these are the 2 days that I am here in Alghero and work with you. And we will have lectures today, mainly by me. Starting next time, some of you will also show things, teach each other, show each other how you are working. And we have small exercises in between, right? A little bit to have. And then the next week, Monday and Tuesday, we will have laboratory assignments. And maybe we have to switch a little bit. It might also be Wednesday, right? We are now working on that. And on these days, it's only Selena who will be here and help you if needed. And you should do it yourself, but Selena is always here to make sure you understand what you're working on. Right? And then, well, you have to sometimes study the literature provided. Most of the literature I provide is on the website, on a website. I will give you pointers to websites. And occasionally I will make sure that we have on the website a document that I copied from somewhere else. And in that case, I will write down that you are not allowed to spread out the document, because some documents are not public domain. So I'm allowed to show it, but I'm not allowed to tell you, give it to other people. Right? So if I tell you this document is not for public, well, I don't. So you will have to analyze examples that we point you to, and you have to do some work, especially in the second week. In the laboratory assignment, you will do work, and then you will have to email sometimes individual results and sometimes team results. A team is 4 or 5 students. We will make teams hopefully later on today, if we have the list of students. So this means everybody in the first break will have to go to Selena and make sure your name is on her list. Right? Because only if you are on her list, we can make teams. And maybe it's already good to tell that, Selena, would it make sense if I ask everybody to tell you whether they are good in English, right? Because in each team there need to be a couple of people who are really good in English. Because you need to communicate to me and to the students who are from Spain, and so English is our language. So some of you are better in English than others, I guess. It was so last year. But in each team I need a couple of students who really are able to speak English, write English, understand English quickly. So tell her. Right? Okay, so, and you have to mail me the results before Friday. Because if you mail it not before Friday, I'm not able to work on it before I fly to Alghero. And if I have not had the opportunity to look at your work, the next meeting will be difficult for me as well as for you. Okay? And you have to prepare presentations. So each session after this week's, some of you have presentations. And 2 weeks from now, each of you will have presentations. And after that, it's only 1 person per team or 2 persons per team. And we will make sure, and so it will help me, that everybody will have several presentations. So, the next period, so this is starting now, we will have individual presentations of parts of the laboratory work and each student will have to present 3 times during the course. I need this and you need this because we have to mark your work in the end of the course. And part of the work is individual work, and that's what you show us in your presentations, right? And we will have new lectures and individual work only in the first set of 2 weeks. So next week is the only week where each of you will have to do individual work. And after that you will work in teams all the time. Okay? So you will go to apply your service example. For the first time you mail your research before April 15, which is the Friday, and you prepare a presentation. Clear so far? Topics. Today is introduction. I already told you. Next time we will speak about cultural aspects. How people differ in cultures and how we can actually measure cultures and what we know about cultures. So 2 weeks from now, after we present the work of the laboratory work, the new topic will be cultures. 2 weeks later, the topic will be co-design, designing together. Actually not just designing in a team, but designing with the client and designing with the customers of the client, the users of the service, and designing with stakeholders. Early in May, we have 2 weeks where we focus on envisioning, looking in the future, imagining new services or a change of services that you are going to design. In the middle of May we will talk about prototyping, to make some kind of an example of the new design. And then at the end of May we will speak about testing your prototype. And then mid-June we will have a session on implementing, on actually building the service. And on June 27 there's an examination. And the examination actually means that each team, not each individual, but each team presents their service to their client. Okay? That's the examination.